Hello. We're going to talk about the challenges that face adults when returning to school. Now, by a show of hands, how many of you ask yourself, am I going to be able to do this? We all have. At some point or another, we all have met challenges, whether great or small, when we all decided to return to school. If you are working a full-time job, of course you've asked yourself, am I going to be able to do my assignments, reading, writing, studying long hours? Am I going to be able to keep up with doing all of that, plus take care of my home responsibilities? And the answer to that is yes, you will. When you made the commitment to go back to school, not only did you commit yourself to that, but you knew that you still had your responsibilities at home to take care of as well. Now, for some of us, as like myself, my children are grown. And so it's just me, and I'm having to take care of my parents. So I know what time I'm going to be doing what. And next thing you have to make sure of is that you are not in this alone. You're not. There are more adults who are deciding that education is one of the most important things that you can have. And you must know one thing. Everybody's going back to school to get something, whether it be a trade, a college degree, a GED, some form of education we are all going back to get. If you're like me, I can only do my homework at night when I've gotten everybody else settled, the dishes are done, and I can finally get at the table. And sometimes I can be so tired that I sit at the table and I see all of my books laid out, and I'm like, wow, this is about too much for me to handle. Am I going to be able to do this? Am I going to be able to study and keep myself sane? Yes, you will. You see, most of the time, it's just what it looks like. But once you get into reading and making sure that you understand your assignments, you won't have any problems. You know, one of the things that made me decide to go back to school was to get a better paying job. Jobs begin sometimes now with minimum wage. And I don't know about you, but myself, my bills far exceed minimum wage. I can't pay my house note, my truck note, insurance on both, plus take care of the household responsibilities, and then buy something for myself. Off of minimum wage, it's impossible. I can't do it. I want a degree so I can have a better job, so I can pay all my bills, take care of home, and have change left over. Because listen to me, one day the rain will begin. And you may say, Tracy, what are you talking about? Any little thing can happen. You just have to be prepared for it. And you know, one other reason to go back to school is that society is so competitive that when a good job comes available, I want to make sure that I am qualified not just by experience, but by degrees as well. So when that promotion comes up and I apply for it, I know that I'm qualified not just by experience alone, but I know that I'm confident in myself and that I'm capable of getting the job done. And I have my degree to back me up. It will say, yes, she put in the hours, she studied, she has her degree. She is qualified. Now, I know some of you may ask, why is it so important to return back to school? Let me tell you, this job market in this economy now are looking for people with specific degrees. In today's job market, you almost have to have a degree to wipe up the floor. And I'm serious. OSHA regulations state that just any spill on that floor, you don't know what it is, will be considered as contaminated, which means I can't pick up this tissue and go and get it up. I have to know what type of spill it is. And then you don't want to just spray something on that. You have to know what to do. You have to know knowledge. You have to be trained on what to do. Without an education, you don't know that. You just think, oh, that's just water, and it may be acid. And if you spray something else on that acid, the biggest gas fumes will come from that. But you won't know that if you have not been to school and studied and know what chemicals you cannot mix with other chemicals. Another thing you may ask yourself is it too late for me to learn? It is never too late to learn. Never too late to learn. You can be 70 years old and decide to go back to school to learn a new trade. As long as your mind is ready to accept, you can learn. Now, there are more adults that are gray-headed and wearing glasses in a classroom now. There really are. And don't worry if you walk into that class and all you see are young people. That's okay. Because let me tell you what you bring. You bring life lessons in that classroom with you. And when they have discussions and they're talking and they may be laughing, and then the teacher comes around to you and asks your opinion, and you sit there and you say, you know, there was a time when I didn't worry about getting my education. There was a time when I said, oh, I had my whole life ahead of me, and I basically thought I did. But at the age that I am now, I realize every day is so important. Tomorrow is not promised, and I can't take back the years that I did not do what I needed to have done. But I can do this. I can sit in this classroom, pay attention, and get all the information that I can because it will benefit me. And let me say this to you too. You don't have to worry about being accepted in that classroom because you bring wisdom. And who knows when that class is over, when you get in your study groups, that one individual that you may not think will accept you may come to you and say, why did you decide to do this? And you can say to them, because I knew that this is something, this is the one thing no one can ever take from me. Me having my education, me getting this degree is mine. I worked hard for it, and no one can take it from me. And this diploma will take me far in life. Now, we also know that sometimes we have obstacles that come our way. We can't help that. Life happens. Change comes. What do you have to do? You have to be prepared. There's a time and a place for everything. When you know you have your homework assignments to do your homework assignments. And in the middle of that, you get a couple of hours more than what you normally would have, and you finish early, go ahead and read the next chapter coming up. It's okay. And you can pre-write your assignment. Pre-write that paper, and then go home, go to bed. And then you get up the next day, and you read it again, and say, let me take this out. This right here go back. This will go better. And then you look at it again, and you get to read it over, and you're like, that sounds pretty good, but maybe I need to go back and let me add this. That's getting you prepared. How is being prepared going to help you in school? Like it's just like working. You know on Monday morning you get up, you got to go to work. You already know what assignment you're going to do first, how long it's going to take you to get it done, when you're going to turn it in, your lunch break, what you're going to eat, how long it's going to take you. You already have your itinerary ready for working. School is the same way. Be prepared. You know when you get at that table, you got to read. You have any questions, email your professor. Email your classmates. You know that by Saturday night at 11:59, that paper has got to be sent in. You got all week to do whatever you need to do, research and all. Get it done. Don't wait for tomorrow. You don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. You may wake up tomorrow morning and be sick, not able to do your homework. You'll be a step ahead. If you go ahead and get it done, you won't have any problems. Well, look, we have done it. You're here. Everybody stand up and give yourself an ovation. Woo! Yeah! You did it. You deserve it. And you deserve it. You did it. We have accomplished something that no one can take from us. We all knew that the sacrifice from being with our families, doing family activities, it would pay off in the end. And it has. What has it done? It has allowed you to graduate and get your degree. Now, how do you think your family feels about you now? They are happy. They are proud. They see strength. They see stability, determination, and most of all, commitment. You hung in there doing those long hours of studying, taking tests, turning the assignments, not half-in because you didn't know if you were going to make the grade, but you did it. That's something to be proud of. You did it. Now, wasn't it worth all of that? And you did it. You have something to be so proud of. The sky is the limit. Congratulations.